Welcome back, adventurers, to our President's Play D&D series, The Mystery of RockWish, a 5th edition homebrewed story created by our humble editor, Mecha King. Today marks the start of the arc and our first day of the Festival of RockWish. Since our last session was more of a setup of characters and rolling stats, I'd like to just jump right into the session and get some dice rolling. The village of RockWish, a quaint village shrouded in mystery ever since the end of the Great War against Tiamat. It's been roughly 20 years since the war, resulting with her fall and freeing all dragon races from her vicious and ruthless control. The village is a mixture of Eastern and Western architecture uniting in a mixed mash of both, with a bit of a cat theme, as the main inhabitants of the village are a race of big cats. They vary in size, shape, and appearance, being able to stand up right on their hind legs as well as going on all fours. There's no preference. It seems entirely up to the being's choice. Not much else is known about this village, as it seems to be missing from history texts, but what writings you did find all give the impression that they are friendly. And with that bit of knowledge, we start with Brock as he's making his way through the village entrance. Obama, to really set the stage, describe what you're seeing and thinking as you make your way through the town.
With pleasure. As I make my way through the village, I spot the inhabitants, and the books weren't kidding. Before me are numerous cats of all different colors and kinds, some standing on 2 legs, some on all 4, but all of them wearing clothes like any other sentient being. The village is much more interesting than I could ever imagine. As I make my way through, I spot a blacksmith's forge, the town's market, a soldier encampment, and various wooden pillars wrapped in rope, and various materials. The cats seem to just scratch at it. Some even practice what looks like fighting moves on them. What fascinating creatures.
They are very cute. Look at that one, he's huge.
Further ahead, I spot the festival grounds. They seem to be in the town center. At the entrance to the grounds, I spot a very big beaming cat talking to everyone who passes through, and I start to approach him.
Suddenly, you start to hear screaming coming from the festival ground, and you turn to see many of the villagers running away. The big cat's face goes from a hearty smile to a worried look of panic. He spots you, Brock, and yells,
"Warrior, I plead with you, help my kitties."
He stares at you with the biggest eyes you could imagine, a look of sincerity emanating from his face, and with those eyes, it's very compelling. The cat then makes a loud meow and starts to hiss as if he's calling for aid from the soldier encampment. Brock, what do you do?
I rush into the festival grounds to see what the source of all the chaos is. I spot a bush and take cover to get a good look at the scene ahead.
We turn to Donald Skullsmasher, waking up in a bush near the fountain in the center of the festival grounds.
What? Huh? Where am I? Ouch, my head hurts something fierce. I start to rub the back of my head and feel a bump, but that one's been there. I check where the pain is coming from at the top of my head, and yep, sure enough, there's a bump. Great, another one. How did I even end up here? I'm so thirsty.
Suddenly, and without warning, 2 zombies burst from the ground right next to the fountain. Screaming, shouting, and hissing can all be heard throughout the festival as panic sets in and more zombies appear further ahead the festive grounds. Donald, I want to ease everyone into combat, as this is, for the most part, everyone's first actual game of D&D, so no initiative roll this round. We just start with you at the top of the round, with both zombies going after. Both zombies spot you, Donald, and intend to come for them brains. What do you do?
Those poor zombies, they are going to starve.
Shut up, Bush. Who needs brains when you have muscles? Ben, I look around and spot the 2 zombies, but more importantly, I spot the fountain. I walk towards the fountain, cup my hands together, and just start drinking water.
You drink water? The half-orc barbarian starts combat by drinking water.
I'm thirsty, and I had to ensure this headache wasn't from dehydration.
The zombie nearest you closes the distances and lunges for an attack, and he rolled a 13 total and misses his attack against you, Donald. The second zombie comes towards you, Donald, and also lunges for an attack. You gotta be kidding, he rolled an 11 and misses his attack as well. Our first fight, and my barbarian drinks water, then proceeds to dodge 2 attacks. You're either mad or purely genius, Donald.
Can it be both?
Careful, Ben, you're going to inflate his ego even more than it already is.
Good point, Jaryu. We turn to you now. As before you, quite a sight has unfolded as you witness Donald's actions. The zombies paying you no mind as they are both focused on Donald. What do you do?
Finally, it's Simple Ben having witnessed a massive half-orc just drink water and disregard all danger. Well, it's quite obvious. Bardic inspiration. I yell this while I strum my mandolin, giving the half-orc a helping hand. Then I make my way to the closest zombie, drawing my rapier. As I get close, I lunge at the zombie with an attack. Does a 15 hit?
It hits. The zombie's AC is at 8. Now go ahead and roll for damage.
I got a 4 + 1 for a total of 5 damage. It's not a lot, but I'm just glad I didn't miss.
Donald, it's your turn now, and I'm afraid to ask, what will you do?
I look up to the red dragon being and I tell him this fear not citizen, for my thirst is quenched and I'm feeling tingly all over, time to attack. I then swing my great axe at the damaged zombie in front of me and I definitely hit. I rolled an 18 with +5 for a total of 23.
Oh yeah, the attack hits its mark. Roll the damage.
Whoa. I rolled max. I got a 12 with a +3 from the weapon itself. I do 15 damage to the zombie.
That's my boy coming in strong.
The zombie is barely hanging on as it just took a massive slash across its torso. It's nothing short of a miracle it's still put together as your attack cuts deep, exposing it for enough time to cause some entrails to fall out. The zombie tries its best to retaliate and attack you back, Donald. The attack was strong enough to stagger him, so he will roll with disadvantage. It got a 14, just barely missing you, Donald. The second zombie lunges to attack you as well, Donald. This one hits with a 15 and you take 3 damage. As the zombie rears back its disgusting hand, it goes in for a swipe and gets you. The cut isn't deep, but it definitely stings.
Is that all you got?
My turn now. Since Donnie still has his bardic inspiration active, I'll just slash at the weak zombie in front of me with my rapier, going straight for his head. Woohoo, I got a 15.
The attack lands. How do you want to do this? You don't have to roll for damage, as the minimum you can possibly do is 2, and that's exactly how much health is left.
Just for fun, I'll roll. And I got a 7. It's time for the Joey special. I hold my blade steady as I slash, targeting the base of his neck. The moment it connects, my blade slashes through it like a hot knife in butter, separating the head from the body as I yell out, "Decapitation!"
Whoa, that's pretty brutal. What a legend.
Good shit, Biden. Look, the head just rolled at the other zombie's feet. It's my turn now. I forgot to do this last round, but now is better than never. I rage. I face the remaining zombie. I'm coming for your head. I then swing back my axe and go in for a big attack. I got a 19.
That hits. Roll damage.
Dang it. I just rolled a 7. Definitely not enough to end it. That'll end my turn.
After your attack, the zombie lets out a blood-curdling cry, and 3 zombies appear 14 feet away in front of Jaryu, and a 4th zombie stumbles into the battlefield from the far bottom left corner of the fountain center.
Oh man, I'm not so sure about this now.
Ben, I yell at the red dragon person, "Fear not, brave bard, I shall protect you, for it's the duty of the strong to protect those who are weak."
And with that statement, the zombie in front of Donald goes for an attack, and it succeeds with a 22, dealing a total of 6 bludgeoning damage, reduced by half due to your rage, making you just take 3 damage instead.
'Tis but a scratch.
Jaryu, we turn to you.
Ben, you said the zombies were 14 feet in front of me?
Yeah, that's correct.
Perfect. Okay, I'll take in a deep breath, letting the oxygen come into my lungs and igniting in my mouth. Then I exhale and attack with my red dragon breath. Being a red dragon kin means my breath attack will take the form of a bright scarlet red fire and deal fire damage. Ben, the zombies will need to roll a dex saving throw in order to dodge the attack. The dice check is 10.
You can breathe fire?
2 zombies will take the full damage and 1 succeeds in his dice check, only taking half damage. Roll the damage. That was a very smart move.
Okay, so I rolled a total of 7, so that other zombie only takes 3 damage?
It actually does 4 damage as for halves. When it benefits the players, we round up. When it hinders us, we round down. Suddenly, and without warning, a portal appears next to Joryu, and from it a man stumbles out.
Whoa there, partner. Looks like y'all could use a helping hand. Ben, since I teleported right next to Joryu and saw what he did with his fire breath through the warp, I'll do the same. But instead of a dragon breath, I cast burning hands. The zombies will need a dex save of 13 to avoid full damage.
Wow, I am rolling so bad today, but I'll just chalk it up to beginner's luck for the party. All 3 zombies failed the DC roll for damage.
Ha 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 ha. And the dice keep giving. I got 6, 6, and 3 for a total damage of 15.
Sai, how do you want to do this?
Let's fucking go.
Attaboy Bush.
Ben, as I clap my hands together and draw forth fire from the palms of my hands. I launch it out in a cone enveloping the 3 zombies and burning them to a crisp with only ashes remaining.
Now it's the zombie that's the furthest away turn. He lumbers his way towards Gore, but halfway he gets a surprise. Brock, your turn.
Finally. Ben, when the zombie starts to walk towards Jorge, I rush out of the bushes, not making any noise. I draw my blade.
Roll me a stealth check. I can see you're trying to be sneaky, a good plan, but will the dice agree?
Oh, they agree. I rolled a 16 with a +5 from my bonus. I got a total of 21. I don't think I'm making any noises.
I agree the DC was just 10, and you blew that away. Brock jumps out of the bushes and rushes the zombie, being so quiet and silent. Not even the party has noticed him as he draws his short sword. Since you succeeded in your stealth check, you get to attack with advantage.
I go in for the attack, rolling a 23 total. Dealing 9 damage from the attack, but I'll use my sneak attack since I had advantage and I finessed the hell out of this sword, dealing an extra 3 damage for 12 total.
Well done, Obama. The past D&D experience is showing.
Thank you.
The last zombie got his turn disrupted, but being utterly shocked and caught off guard by Brock, the zombie tripped over after the attack and spends its turn getting up and turning to face Brock. Now that all players have been set and the party is unofficially together, let's begin with top of the round. It's your go, Donnie.
With pleasure. I grab my axe and go in for an attack on the zombie right in front of me. I rolled a 16. I'm pretty sure that hit Soima roll the damage as well. I hit him for 8 damage. Not big, but better than nothing.
Yeah, that hits, and it's still a good bit of damage. The zombie can't take much more of this. Next is the zombie's turn. He goes in for an attack, Donald, but misses completely with a 6.
Ben, these zombies have done everything but instill any fear in us. We're basically slapping them around.
I completely agree, but that's just the dice rolls. Seriously, D&D Beyond flagged this encounter as difficult for the party, but so far only Donald has taken damage. That being said, you guys are playing well. The combo of Fire Breath and Burning Hands was genius, and I really should have considered that. Seriously, I forgot you had Dragon Breath, Joe, and I made your character sheet.
Okay, that's pretty funny, not gonna lie. To be fair, I wouldn't even had imagined Joe could breathe fire with how he looks in his portrait. That surprised me too.
Joe, it's your turn now.
I'll walk up next to Donald to help him fight his zombie. I'll draw my rapier as I approach and slash at the zombie. Ooh, I got a 5.
That misses, Joe. Anything else, or do you pass it over to Jory?
I don't want my buddies to miss this next turn, so I'll cast Bardic Inspiration at the hooded figure fighting the zombie furthest away, since he's in the heat of battle.
Joe, what?
Look, I'll keep it a buck. I just wanted to call you Mister, but couldn't come up with a better rhyme. Either way, you're inspired.
He is right, Obama. You are now inspired. George, it's your turn.
Awesome, I'll keep the magic going and cast the cantrip Firebolt at the zombie in front of the hooded figure. I rolled a 19 to hit, and I deal 4 damage to the zombie. I'll pass my turn.
The zombie facing you, Brock, will slash at you. It rolled a 17, which hits, and you take 4 bludgeoning damage.
Ouch, that's a good amount this early in our journey. I'll slash at the zombie with my short sword. Sadly, I can't get the bonus with sneak attack. I rolled a 17 to hit and deal 6 damage.
Well, Brock, how do you want to do this?
Let's go. Angered that this lowly creature slashed at me, I grabbed my short sword with both hands and cut the zombie right down the middle, starting from the head. The remaining 2 pieces fall apart perfectly with entrails cascading out of the body as it goes down.
Good show. Back to the top of the round. We go back to Donald.
I look at the last remaining zombie and I utter under my breath, "This one's mine." Hyped up by my own awesomeness, I go in for an attack. Nat 20.
Let's go.
Let's go. Donald, how do you want to do this?
The only way I know how to. The Joey special.
My man. Dab me up, Brother.
With all my might, I grab my axe and swing it, aiming for the base of the neck and going in for A.
Donald, you swing your mighty axe with such ferocity, the head goes rocketing into the air, never to be seen again. A clear home run. And with that, the combat is over and you all are free from danger. You all get a moment of calm after a pretty good first battle.
Ben, I look towards the orc that just hit one sick home run and introduce myself. Good tidings, my big friend, I am Jaryu Kimura. A wandering bard here to play for the festival. It was a pleasure fighting with you. That last move was spectacular. That head has to be halfway to Iron Forge by now.
Greetings, Jaryu. The name is Donald Skullsmasher. That last move was inspired by your first kill. Who would have thought a head could go flying that far? Even I'm surprised. No idea where you're talking about, though. You got any food on you? I'm starving.
Sadly, no, but let's call over those two fellas. They did help out as well. I would hate to think of what would happen if that wizard had not appeared.
I'll approach the wizard. Good spells, human, you're clearly talented in the arcane. Brilliant idea to burn the zombies. One question, though. How did you just appear from a portal? I asked suspiciously while still walking towards the red dragonkin.
Well, howdy there, partner. Honestly, I was just pushed out of the portal. I didn't have much say in the matter. I'm new to this world. I'm still getting used to everything. I just shot fire out of my hands. I wouldn't even use a match out of fear of dropping and causing a fire accidentally, and today I burned 3 zombies. I think that's what therapists call progress. The name's Jorge, by the way, just Jorge. And you? I extend my hand out as he approaches.
I meet his hand. Nice to meet you, Jory. I'm Brock Spellblade. Seems like you had quite the eventful day. Let's go meet those two. That was quite the battle.
Brock and Torier join Jaryu and Donald, and the party is finally set.
Good tidings, my future friends. I'm Jaryu Kimura, and that was quite the battle.
I'm Brock Spellblade. I gotta give it to you, big guy. That last attack was horrifying and astounding at the same time. You're quite the great warrior. What orc tribe do you belong to?
Orc tribe? I don't know. Wait, there's others like me? I haven't seen any since. I can't remember. I'll disregard that for now, not helping what I can't remember. I'm Donald Skullsmasher, and I don't know where I come from. I am hungry, though. Does anyone have any food? I could really go for some chicken.
Well, that's kind of tragic. Hi, everyone. The name's Jorge, and I am not from here. This world is crazy. I shot fire from my hands. Things other than humans exist. I'm sure I make no sense to you all, but just know I'm very excited to be here. This world takes the term magic hands to a whole new level.
The party continues to talk to one another, going over the battle that just occurred. While they may all be strangers from different beginnings, there's nothing more powerful than the fighting spirit to unite together against a clear evil. Without the party noticing, busy amongst themselves, the cats of RockWish surround the party.
Guys, look around. We're surrounded.
The party looks around the immediate area, and all around are cats of all shapes, sizes, colors, even kinds, but all are friendly. Many inhabitants start thanking the party and shaking your hand, grateful for aiding their village, and amongst the crowd emerges the biggest cat you've possibly seen. Standing at a whopping 6 feet 10 inches, he's taller than you, Donald.
He's also bigger. He clearly eats. I respect that.
Correct before you stands a big, fat, jolly orange and white cat wearing robes with a cute smile. He starts to approach the party with open arms and a big smile.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. You fought off those horrible zombies and protected my kitties from them. We were able to focus on evacuating everyone safely thanks to you, brave warriors. Allow me to present myself. I am Mayor Fuzzybottom, the mayor of our village.
He hands each of you a bag containing 20 gold pieces each.
Jackpot, I whisper to myself.
After giving each of you a bag, he grabs all 4 of you and gives you all a huge hug. In an instant, you feel all warm and fuzzy and tingly, and a white aura surrounds you. You each have been given the mayor's blessing. You each get 5 temporary hit points that do not expire until used up. These do not count towards healing you, so those who aren't at full HP can still heal, and you'll retain the temp hit points given you heal before losing them in a fight. Regardless, it's a small health buff from the mayor.
Why are you so trusting? You just met us, yet you shared your magic with us?
Because, my little half-elf, you're a part of our family too.
He gives you the biggest, sincerest grin you could imagine, and as you look into his eyes, you all feel it. He means it, he's grateful for the help. There's no shadows in his eyes, no evils, none that you can't see. The crazy part is, you all get to this same mental conclusion.
He really means it. He sees us as family.
Mayor Fuzzybottom stares at each of you and presents you all with this request.
Warriors, I may not know your names yet aside from Joryu, but I ask this of the four of you. Please help out RockWish during the festival. The zombies have been appearing more and more often, and though we have some soldiers, they aren't very well equipped, and the thought of losing my kitties just brings a pain to my soul. Please help our village and protect us during the 5-day festival events. Today is the first day. I promise to make it worth your while and can provide you with 20 gold per day. And you can lodge at the Cozy Kitty Inn free of charge during the festival. Please, warriors, help our family.
I'm in. This sounds exciting, and we'd get to help out such a lovely village. I shake Mayor's hand.
I'm also in. Just wondering, what about my duties playing on the festival grounds?
You can keep the gold I paid forward, and you're more than welcome to play when you wish, but at this point, Joryu, I value your skills to protect more than your skills to play. I witnessed the battle. The Joey Special will forever be passed down for our soldiers to replicate and learn.
Woo-hoo!
Big Cat, you had me at the hug. You literally feel like a cloud. I don't know how I got here, but I'll swing my axe to protect this village.
Well, what kind of a being would I be to deny such a sincere request? I also accept Mayor Fuzzybottom.
Mayor Fuzzybottom gives Brock and Donald another big hug, and a small burst of white light envelopes you all, and you all benefit from the effects of a long rest.
My warriors, along with protecting the village, I ask that you give aid to your fellow kitties. A few people have issues that could definitely benefit from you, and you will be compensated. For now, I ask that you go and check on Catalina Spellpaw. She's the village's alchemist and sorceress, and I haven't seen her shop up and running, which is not like her. She's usually the first of us to awaken in our village. Please check on her, as I am worried.
And with that, we end this session. What did you guys think?
It's getting interesting, and only more questions keep appearing as we progress.
If I wasn't hungry right now, I'd throw a fit so we could keep playing I Want to Live with the Kitties.
I really like Mayor Fuzzybottom. Ben, if you body him unfairly, I'll never forgive you.
I really like Mayor Fuzzybottom. He's so wholesome.
And with those final words, I'd like to say thank you. The reception to this series has been overwhelming, and the massive support we've received from the community is humbling, and we just want to say thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We hope you keep watching, as we fully intend to finish the entire story arc, The Mystery of RockWish, a DnD campaign our editor, Mecha King Leo, wrote to play and introduce DnD to his friends. Thank you so much for watching, and a huge shout out to Crafty GG for spreading the word and love behind this community, and to Melchatron for setting our story journey in motion. Have a good night, guys.